I keep seeing the leaders doing, let's be talking plans and maybe seeing you. Pull up on you, let me scoop. Nobody here but me and you. Got a little ring to it, turn that thing fluid in the coupe. Way you look, I know it's real. I'm on my Marshawn shit, I been really getting feel. You know why I'm here, don't act like you don't know how I feel. But let me tell you what you mean to me. Slide on me for that meet and greet. Vibe with me under moonshine, sipping moonshine to the new sky. Taste toasted and be raised so.
Hey you guys, welcome back to TaylorXo, or welcome to TaylorXo if you are a new subscriber. So y'all, I know the pictures are kind of blurry. You guys know that Jazzy did a live last night, and basically she was cooking tacos for, quote, 7 kids. She made it known that, you know, Chris's kids were there, but she was making tacos and it was around 7 p.m. at night, and I just thought, you know, it was really, really late to be making tacos for 7 kids. You know, you would think 7 kids in there, they would be, you know, hungrier before 7 o'clock. But she went on live and basically she started cooking dinner for the kids, and everybody was all over the place. The kids were hungry. They were going in and out of the kitchen. Legend was screaming. Chris was nowhere to be found, but people did say that he was there. And I felt like I heard her cut the live and talk to him. But then again, we still did not see him anywhere in the live. He did not make an appearance anywhere in the live as always. She's always there by herself. But, you know, I was sitting here thinking like, well, if Chris's twins were there, then he had to be there. I just don't think that Chris would be leaving his 2 kids with her while she already has 5 to take care of. And we know that, you know, Chris, it's a different mother, so I just really don't think that Chris would leave his twins there, but who knows. So later into the video, she started getting into how CPS was called on her once again, and it was a members only live. Basically only members were allowed to comment in the live, but everybody was still able to see the live. So this is what she had to say about CPS calling, and then we'll talk about it, because I want to get you guys' opinion. You know, we have heard of Jazzy getting CPS called on her time and time and time again. In fact, she's probably one of the only mothers that I see on YouTube that constantly has CPS called on her. And at this point, sis, it's really not normal. The fact that you continuously risk, you know, having your kids in your custody for YouTube when you're not even really making that much money off of it. I mean, sis, you're still struggling. You're still in the same position you were 10 years ago. I mean, I know me personally, if I was constantly getting CPS called on me and I was doing YouTube and I had the option to go get another job, I probably would take the option of getting the 9-to-5 before putting, you know, my kids at risk of being taken away, because CPS continuously gets called on me time and time again. But peep the comment that she made at the end of this clip. And that's why I said what I just said about how she's continuously putting herself at risk of trying to just make easy money on YouTube, than rather just, you know, getting herself a 9-to-5 or something else to make her some money. So here was the clip of her talking about CPS being called on her yet again. And this time it was allegedly by a speech therapist. CPS called the twin speech therapist. So here we go.
Yeah. And their therapist told me that CPS called her today. And you know, y'all, I don't understand some people that keep calling CPS. I'm starting to think that whoever it is miserable, because she was like, you know, I didn't know what they were talking about. And she was like, they were asking me questions about your other kids. She was like, I never, you know, I really don't see them. And they were talking about, did your other kids have a black eye? Look, I'm tired of explaining this. Hold on. Huh? You want what?
I want a hot stuff. He said hard shell, meat and cheese and
hard shell. All hard shell?
I don't
No sour cream?
I want hot.
And what do you want?
I want a soft.
Soft taco?
Yeah. I want hot meat and cheese and that's.
No sour cream either?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want no picante sauce?
Mommy, I want hot sauce.
Huh? Okay.
Mommy, I want hot.
I know what you want already, boy. Go sit down. So yeah, they decided they want to bring up the fact that they're talking about Amaya, y'all. When Amaya got a black eye from, it wasn't even a black eye. Maya was 1, and somebody put a hanger behind me. If y'all go back and watch those old videos, I never take my videos down because I feel like my videos show a My videos show growth. It shows a timeline of how I got to where I am today. So I don't take none of my videos down to hide anything. This is my life. Y'all gonna see my full life. So they was like, well, they said one of your kids had a black eye last year. And I'm like, what? Last time somebody had a black eye was Amaya. They said it was one of my older ones, Amaya. I'm so sorry. And that new therapist does not know about me doing YouTube. So I had to sit there and explain to her. And she was like, oh, I didn't know that you did YouTube and all this stuff. And I said, yeah, I'm sorry that you have to go through this. And they shouldn't even have to call you. And honestly, I know CPS people are doing their job, but they also, they also need to be mindful about whoever these people are calling about the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again. That is obviously BS. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's BS. I really, huh? You said 3. Y'all two go sit down somewhere. Or go watch TV until I'm done. I really hope that they buckle down on stuff like this. Like, people shouldn't be doing this, calling CPS. They're wasting the resources that other people need, calling them on me for no reason. About an incident that happened that was fully recorded years ago. How old is Maya? She's 6, about to be 7. I'm just like, damn, y'all that messed up in the head. But you know what? Being a content creator come with a lot, though. It come with a lot of negativity, y'all. A lot of drama. But, you know, it's easy money. I would never stop doing what I'm doing. No, you're not eating chips because you're about to eat dinner.
So basically in that clip, she started talking about how the twins went to their their speech therapist. And when they had went, the speech therapist had called them and said that CPS had contacted them about the 2 kids. And basically talking about how they had went all the way back to a My Shabby Life video. It was either My Shabby Life or back on her channel of when Amaya had a black eye and Aiden had a black eye. So I was really confused as to why out of all of a sudden somebody would go all the way back to a My Shabby Life or a video of hers when the kids were 1 year old. Like she has explained, Amaya was 1 year old, and why they would bring up something about having a black eye if the kids didn't currently have a black eye. It's not like one of the twins had went in there and had a current black eye. So I was just very confused about what she was trying to say was the reason that somebody did call CPS. And none of the reasons that she makes up for these CPS calls are ever they never make any sense. And I'm not going to put it past that CPS. We know that CPS has been called and there has been reasons to have CPS called. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't believe that there isn't any reason for CPS to be called or that it never was called. But it just makes no sense for the reasons that she comes on here and says that these people are calling CPS for. Now, I'm also really confused at the fact that why CPS is always calling her mother or a speech therapist or a landlord or something like that, and they're never directly calling Jazzy. Aren't these your kids, sis? Why are they always calling everybody else and not you? And these are your kids. They live in your home, not your mother's home, not the speech therapist's home. So it really threw me off as to why she was just saying those, it's almost like she was just making it up as she goes along. So basically she said, and since it was on members only, nobody could really comment and truly question her as to, what the whole CPS thing was about. It was on, of course, like I just said, members only. So I guess she decided to tell that story because, it was on members only and she knew nobody was going to question her. And to be honest with you, her members only had about 6 or 7 members in there chatting in the chat. So I guess she just took that opportunity to make up that whole CPS story. Now, sis, if you've been doing YouTube for almost 10 years and you've had this many run-ins with CPS, I think at this point you really should just quit your job and just move on. Now, she basically said, and you heard in the ending of the clip, that she will never get off YouTube, that this is, she's a content creator. This is how she makes her money and she will never quit YouTube, which, sis, enjoy it while it lasts now because it will not be lasting for you forever. But I just found it so weird how she can only come up with these CPS stories. She can never come up with something else. Like, let's just say the CPS was called. Why would you even tell YouTube that? because clearly, I mean, yes, it could be a subscriber or somebody on here who does not like her, but at the end of the day, speech therapists are mandated reporters, so I would think if they also did see something in the kids that they would also call too. But, you know, I really truly do think that her worries in life are so out of touch. You know, instead of worrying about and coming on here and talking about, you know, your kid's game or, you know, your kids starting school, or like she has already talked about plenty of times, and we know why she has, but talk about something else instead of constantly coming on here trying to create this narrative that is poor you and people just don't want to see you grow, and your channel, you know, nobody wants to see you grow with your kids and your channel. And sis, give it up. You are becoming like Liv, constantly having a sob story for you and everybody else around you. So also in this video, I did notice that since his 7 kids were there, she made sure that these 7 kids not only ate first, but even went out to get them new plates and cups to drink out of. And even went as far as to taking the stickers off of the cups so they could drink out of them. Now, you know that Jazzy does not take stickers off of cups. She will take a water bottle straight from the store, take it home, and drink out of it. She won't even wash it out. But look at this clip of her trying to pluck the stickers off of the cups so his kids can drink.
Work. I have a lot of stuff I need to do, but I think, I don't know. I hate being rushed to film shit.
And isn't it so crazy how she will go above and beyond? Now, I will say that this is not above and beyond, because this is normal things that you just do for, you know, not somebody else's kids, but your kids. If anything, sis, you should be treating your kids better than you're treating somebody else's kids. And we know that you're not doing it out of the kindness of your heart and your genuine heart. We know that you're doing this because you don't want Chris getting in on that ass for not doing what you're supposed to be doing, like making sure the cups are clean and, you know, things like this. Now, I don't know if she thought LaKenya was watching and she wanted to make sure that LaKenya didn't get in her butt about not cleaning her kids', you know, cups and plates and all that. But when have we ever seen Jazzy wash out a water bottle or a plate or something for one of her four or 5 kids? When have we ever seen that? We've never seen that. So I just thought I had to add that clip in there because that was just so strange to me. And the fact that she had the nerve to show that on live and feed the twins first before feeding her own kids. And at that, making dinner at 7 o'clock at night when clearly those kids were starving, circling around that kitchen. Like, sis, it was a taco dinner. Tacos are supposed to be one of the quick nights to where you can just whip some meat together, throw it in a shell, put some cheese on it, and call it a day. Not her. She had to create a whole hour thing out of making some tacos for these 7 kids. And like I said, I say 7 because I do not think that Chris was there also to eat with her. But you guys comment down below what you think about the CPS calls and what do you think about her, you know, treating 2 other kids that aren't hers better than her own kids that she has. It's just so trifling. And then she wonders why CPS does get caught on this girl. She's a mess, and she will continue to show this behavior towards her 5 kids like she always has. Nothing ever changes. And I guess, you know, anything for Chris, you know, that's just how it's always been. But comment down below, you guys. I love hearing you guys' thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for another one.